Chapter 26. I was in the hospital for 2 days and had to miss school. Dr. Dugan's team made a big deal about watching me because I have a sinus infection and they wanted to make sure it didn't turn into something else like pneumonia. I mentioned there are staph infections that people can get only in hospitals, and they should let me go home before things get worse. I'm home now. I have even more pills to take. You should see my collection, laid out across the kitchen counter in groups based on when I need to take them. My phone is dinging reminders. Jerwal is beeping backup reminders. And Aunt Charity calls, in case I forget. My goal next year is to develop superhuman strength, Walt. It's good to have goals. For now, let's take your temperature. I stick the thermometer in my ear. More beeping. It's 100.8, Walt. That's hardly anything. It indicates infection, he says. It's all my energy having no place to go, I tell him. He brings bowls of soup to the table. Benny's mom brought it over. She made biscuits for us. I sit down. She's so nice. I reach for a biscuit. These are good. I've got baseball on the TV and radio day and night. St. Louis had the bases loaded 3 times and couldn't score a run. When you look in the mirror tomorrow morning, I say to the Cardinals on TV, what do you want to see? Correct answer? A winner, coach. Terrell calls and says that practice is going okay. Okay is not acceptable, I think. Mr. Darko is doing drills with us, but they're more like soccer drills. We're mostly running, he tells me. What about hitting and throwing and catching, I ask. He's not into that as much, he says. This is unbelievable. Lapper, there comes a time when you must summon the strength within you and press forward to your ultimate goal, I tell myself. I feel a little weak, so I sit down. Actually, lying down is better. I cover myself with another blanket and watch Sarb trying to go through the maze I built with my baseball books. Sarb stops at The Science of Hitting by Ted Williams. I tell him, it's a little slow at first, but then you can't put it down. Sarb backs into The Boys of Summer and gives up. He might not like the classics, Walt. My fever broke last night. I am wrapped in a blanket when Franny comes over. This looks like a blanket, I tell her, but it's actually giving me a powerful electrical charge that will transform me into... You look pale, she says. I'm still charging, I tell her. I let her in. Then I realize this place looks like a hospital room. My pills are on the table, the humidifier is pumping steam into the room, and Baby is on a chair in her bag. Wow, she says, you were sick. I try to pick things up, take all my pill bottles off the table along with the supersized Lysol spray disinfectant. You should see our house when I get sick, Jeremiah. I have 4 teddy bears out, and they're not as good as... She looks at Baby. What is that? An eagle, I tell her. She smiles. Benny drew this for you. She hands me a painting of balloons and squiggles. She points to the top. It's a bird. That's nice, I tell her. It looks like a canary, small and yellow, but it's flying. Of course, there's a big difference between flying and soaring. Soaring happens when you don't have to flap your wings. You're carried by the wind. Can I use your bathroom? She asks. I point down the hall. Franny heads there. I throw a towel over my pill collection. I hear, Jeremiah? I look and see Franny standing in front of the bathroom door, confused. That's the door, I tell her. She doesn't move. Then I remember the no robots in the bathroom by order of the management sign. You're not a robot, Franny. You can go in. Jerwal stands by the door to greet her when she comes out. Not everyone could live in this house.